Frack on, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Frack the Canon, joined by always by the hostess with the mostest, Mr. CJ McCree from Milwaukee. Hello, good sir. How are you?
What's up, man? I am all right and ready to talk about some anime thing.
Heck yeah. And then my baby sister, Johanna, aka Pandora. What is up, Johanna?
Hi.
Tell us, how are you doing?
I am comfy.
I can see that. Alrighty. So what we're talking about
I
today.
can.
You forgot to say AKA Darth Pan, of course.
Ooh. All right, so we're talking about one of the greatest animes right at this moment, at least. The last movie came out back in March, pre-Shelter in Place, back in the good old days. It's about My Hero Academia, Heroes Rising.
The Hero Work Recommendation Project. You'll be stationed here on Nabu Island in southern Japan. While you're there, you'll be completely on your own.
The strong will lord over the weak in my utopia. Power will be the only factor that matters. We're gonna kick the crap out of these losers. We won't stop now, Detroit!
So let's start with Johanna. What did you think about My Hero Rising? Because we saw it in the theaters. What did you think?
It was great.
What was great about it? Like, what did you like about it specifically?
I love how Baku and Dick teamed up for once, and Baku somewhat understood Midoriya.
Okay, interesting. I like that. CJ, what did you think about My Hero?
I loved it, dude. And I'll compare it a little bit to the first one, which I thought was okay. Like as a My Hero fan, of course I enjoyed seeing the first one. It was just kind of like more My Hero, and it felt like an anime movie version of, the show I was watching. But what I really like about Heroes Rising is that Heroes Rising actually feels like the show. Like the first movie felt like a movie, but this feels like however long the movie is, it feels like that many episodes. You know what I mean? Just kind of just like a filler arc. It still feels fillery, but you know what I mean? It feels like it's part of the show, like it's part of the series, and because of that, I really like that.
No, I thought it was amazing. I actually cried. Johanna made fun of me again because I was crying in movies. Every time I take Johanna to the movies and I cry, she goes, "Are you crying again?" It did sound a couple better, but we'll talk about that other movie another time. But to me, it felt like there were consequences, and like Pandora said, Bakugo finally understood Midoriya. But to me, it was more like he finally came to respect Midoriya as why he does things. And the fact that one of my favorite moments in that movie, and we'll go back a little back into detail about it, is that when they both had One for All, and they both, for lack of a better term, they both go Super Saiyan and go after what is the character's name? And is it Nine?
Nine.
Why call Knife? Nine. I was just oh my god, this is amazing. This is the beauty of it. Got me to tear up. I'm like, this is so beautiful. This is amazing. And then I just the fact that he was losing All for One. I just started cheering like crazy. I'm like, no, he wants to be a hero so badly. And there were rumors too that this was gonna end My Hero. That we're thinking in Japan that this is gonna end the series. Luckily, it's not happening, but I just want to say that's what blew my mind. So, what did you think about that about Midoriya handing over One for All? What were your reactions?
I thought that it was cool, right? I thought it, because it's something that was set up, that One for All is something that is passable on, is something that you can pass on. So it's okay, here they go. They're actually gonna try it. They're actually gonna go for it. And I thought that was cool that he did go for it. One of the things I don't really like, and I was saying, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie, but I was also saying I don't know why you would watch this video if you haven't seen the movie. But,
you have been warned.
If you haven't seen the movie, yeah, Midoriya passes on One for All to Bakugo, but then at the end, after they're finished, Midoriya is all hemmed up and it's sorry, I passed on, One for All or whatever to Bakugo, but then it comes back to him. And I didn't like it because it just kind of came back to him because he was the rightful owner or whatever. I don't know. I felt like I wanted a little more. I wanted it Bakugo's will that sent it back to him. You know what I mean? I wanted it to show a little growth on Bakugo's side. Oh, okay. I realized I'm not where I need to be to control this power or whatever, you know what I mean? So it does belong to Midoriya or some kind of a thing, you know what I mean? Or they could have just left it open, you know, no explanation, you know? I just was like, I don't know, I just felt kind of stupid to me, like, well, the power decided to stay with you.
That to me, yeah, it felt like I'm like, all right, frack you guys with this lazy writing, because it was beautiful. Like yeah, and I think it would have been better if there would have been a reason as to Bakugo saying no, it's back to you again, because I don't think there's a rule or hasn't been explained yet that it can't go back to a previous owner, right?
Right.
The power of the other owners that saw what they did, who like passed away, were the ones that were inspired and decided to give Midoriya another chance. That's why they gave it back to him. It was
And
the
Johanna
previous.
with the fact. Johanna is now going to be our fact checker.
Bro, they said this in the movie at the ending. You weren't paying attention. You were too devouring.
No, listen. I was paying attention. I know that they said it. I know what the explanation is. I just don't like the explanation.
Also, but like Bakugo was also being like, no, man, don't give it to me. But like he took it because he had no choice because Midoriya like passed out like always. Like
No,
he gave it. He didn't want to originally, but like, he did it for the greater good because that's what Midoriya asked him to do. But later he got the power back because of the previous owners deciding to.
I did like that aspect. I did like that Bakugo was like kind of like he was hesitant. He was like, "What, really? Like, I mean, this is what I wanted, but not like this kind of a thing." I did like that, but also, you know, he didn't want to touch Midoriya because germs. You know what I mean? Like,
it is COVID-19 season.
You know?
It is a decade of COVID-19. It's only been a year, but it feels like a decade.
And he's all bleeding, you know? Gross.
Like, ew, gross. AIDS?
And he's all like, touch my finger. But no.
Ew, are you gonna fart? All right. So let's talk about the villain, Nines. Why come Nines? 9. Your thoughts on the villain, Johanna. What do you think about him? As a character, as an adversary for the students.
He low-key really effed up, but like he's such a great villain though.
How did he frack up? He is a good villain, but how did he frack up?
He's freaked up, bro. He's trying to like kill everyone for like no reason, and like it originally started when he gave it to his brother, like the power, and I'm like, yo, you gave this to your sibling you like, and then like you decide to do this, like, yo.
Your thoughts, CJ, on what Johanna said?
I like 9. I want to expand the question though. Like, what do you think? Let's think of the villain team, even because it wasn't just 9. He had like a squad with him, and they were like kind of playing roles too.
Mm-hmm.
But to jump into that though, yeah, I liked 9. I liked that he was a flawed villain. That, you know, he had goals and he was trying to, you know, I like one thing that My Hero does a lot in the series even is mirror the villain's motivations with like Deku's motivation, and and somehow Deku is like, by the end of the fight, Deku is able to see some of himself in the villain, and it's always compels him and drives him in certain ways, and I do like that because it's like, oh yeah, like this, he has goals and dreams just like Deku does, you know what I mean? Like he wants to change the world too. I mean, he's a bastard too, but like he wants to you know, change the world and change things too, and it's like he has friends because they believe in his goal too, you know what I mean? And I think that's what makes him a compelling and good villain. And the fact that he has a flaw, like not unlike Deku and All Might, you know what I mean? Like that, where they gain incredible power, but it comes at like this great price, you know what I mean? Like, and so I think that makes him cool. I think that makes him a compelling villain and character too. And I like the other villains too, like because like they were similar to, they were just kind of like lesser extent versions of 9, you know what I mean? But like it was kind of cool to see. I always like cool fight scenes, and it's cool to see, you know, cool powers kind of like work out. I do wish that Todoroki got a little bit more time to shine in this film.
Yeah, I miss Todoroki. Like he is, I feel.
Yeah, he's the best boy.
He said what?
Shoto's best boy, dude.
What does that mean?
Don't at me.
What does that mean? What does the best boy mean?
Bro, you're so damn old. He's best boy. He's like the most precious person ever. He's like innocent. He's like precious. Like, you must protect him, dude. Screw me, Doria, Todoroki. Bro protected Todoroki. He Loki. Dude, his father figure's looking more effed up than Midoriya not having a father.
Yeah, that's
Like, and I'm sorry, but like
so.
Todoroki, best boy.
So going back, going back to Todoroki doing more. Can you expand on that, CJ?
Doing more like I just mean like being featured more in the movie itself. And because one thing I was thinking about when I was watching the fight scene that he was a part of was how crazy his fight was in season 2. You know, him fighting Deku, and I was thinking about how crazy that fight was and how tame what he was doing in this fight was. You know what I mean? Like comparatively. And I was like, dude, where is like season 2 Todoroki right now? You know what I mean? Like Bakugo is out there like doing so much cool stuff that I've like never seen him like do. Like it was like the coolest Bakugo has ever been, like ever. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm like, dude, where's Todoroki? Like he's a heavy hitter too. You know what I mean? And I really do feel like everybody was shining. I mean, how do you let the dude with the belly laser shine more than Todoroki in this movie? Like, I mean, like what the heck, dude?
I agree. No, but it felt like this was definitely. Well, I mean, it was Bakugo and Deku's story. That's why I'm like, okay, I started saying, okay, this is not about him. It's more about these two becoming more respectful. But yes, like Fire and Ice, man, I want to see that. He could have taken down freaking 9.
I mean, all I'm saying is like, I don't feel like Todoroki got his chance to shine in the movie, but I do feel like a lot of characters did. You know what I mean? And so because of that, I feel like a lack of Todoroki. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. That is, yeah, that's right. Anything else you guys want to bring up or mention that we haven't touched yet? Oh no, so we're talking about the villains, right? Sorry. I thought like the one I found the most interesting, like character-wise, was Chimera, the wolf dude thing. Who like he goes no, like he goes like Knives understands what Knives is. Our leader, he is like because everyone really is like monster like me. And that fight scene with the kids was awesome. I'm like that is one of the best fight scenes. Like first it's Dekugo, Bakugo, and 9, and then it's the Chimera and the dude. I think it was Midoriya. It's one of them. I don't remember. I just saw it too. I just forgot. But
I don't remember the villains' names.
But it was the wolf dude who goes like, "I'm a monster," and he goes like. But that fight was awesome. So I just looked at it right now too. I'm like, what are their names?
No, I do think his name is Chimera, but yeah, I don't remember what the chick could even do. Now I'm thinking about it.
I think wasn't she like Medusa from the Inhumans? Her hair could cut people.
Hair, yeah. She had great, yeah. You're right. Yeah.
And then the other dude could make stuff come alive. I don't. But that.
He was gone so quick though.
Yeah, I'm like, this is what you're stupid.
He was going so quick. I forgot about it. I completely forgot about him. But that whole fight scene. There was a whole fight scene with that. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, it wasn't that. It was he could control things too because at one point he captured the kids and made them fight. That was
because he was cool. He was fighting Red Riot and Bakugo and who else? The electric guy, I think.
What is that dude's name? Because that dude is whatever electric dude's name is. He's also so often he always ends up getting like fried brain. He's just like, right. I'm like, I feel sorry for that dude.
Like a running gag. And then they had the even what's the name, dude? Even freaking
who?
Denki?
Denki, I think that's his name. The electric dude.
The one that like shocks things to charge it with electricity.
Yeah, his name is Denki.
Yeah, it's Denki. It's Denki.
See, Johanna bringing in the knowledge of the youth.
Fact checker.
That's gonna be your lower third, Johanna. Johanna Pandora, fact checker.
You know when things are important because she pulls the hood up.
I know. Exactly.
I can't see that. I don't know what I'm doing.
Those two little kids were annoying as heck, especially the. No, I thought it was kind of clever that of how they were when she tests them, like, oh, my brother's gone, like you lasted too long, like you need to be faster if you want to be a hero. And the fact that she created a hologram to kind of make the proof. I'm like, and the little brother, whatever his name is right now, I can't remember. I'm like, he's like a young Deku also, but Oh, because they were the
They were the
MacGuffin.
sons of the past hero.
Was he a past hero or did he have a quirk? That
So he had a quirk, and he was in like the police, or he's a hero.
no,
But
I
he
remember.
was in
Go ahead.
Japan, I think.
He
Yeah.
was in the mainland, but he
Yeah.
had a quirk that would help solidify Nine's
Yeah, he had a quirk that helps like heal and like make like more like cells.
yeah, and
So it takes-
that would make
Yeah.
Nine like hold together and not go crazy or whatever.
Yeah, that's
happened.
the last quirk he needed, and so like he couldn't find it. So he was
Because
looking for his son.
because like so again proving that why he's such a one of the great villains I've ever seen in My Hero. But I thought the kids were cute, they were adorable, but it felt like I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna use this, but
I don't know. I enjoyed the addition of the kids because it's like I saw what they were doing with that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like the whole idea of like they were kind of using the kids like to affect Bakugo too. Like so like Bakugo can kind of. I think it's because of the kids that Bakugo can understand why Deku does what he did. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And that's why he came to an understanding with him at the end of the movie. I feel is because of that experience he saw, like he was having with the kids, and like.
Mhm.
And their fan, that girl's fandom, eventual fandom of Bakugo, and like you know what I mean, how like his actions sort of is like kind of Bakugo really learning like how his actions and how his presence like affect those around him, and in a way where it kind of touched him, you know what I mean,
Right.
like because before it like really wasn't, and obviously everybody else is running around happy to help everybody. Bakugo's like whatever, call me when somebody's blowing some shit up, you know what I mean, like again, like. But I thought that was interesting because even though because that did bring it out of him, he was like, okay, now this is what I'm here for. And he was like the first on the scene, like everywhere. You know what I mean? Like he was like first on the scene, like whatever, dude. Like I'm here to blow stuff up.
Yes. This is true. Like
Dude,
Bakugo
but
is
we
ready to blow
can't
stuff.
forget.
What's up, Joyce?
Dude, we cannot forget Momo protecting Katsuma and Mahoro. Dude, Momo and everyone else, when they were like fixing the like cannons to help protect and like make a barrier to hide Momo and Katsuma.
That's their name. That's the kid's name. Momo Katsuba. That's right. Are you looking this up right now?
Mahoro. I had to look up the girl. I forgot the girl's name.
That's okay.
Mario and Katsuma. I can remember the kid. But like, bro, they were such great characters protecting them. Yo, that fight scene slaps.
Which fight scene? There were so many fight scenes. The main one, the one.
The one where everyone is like all huddled together trying to protect the kids in like the cave, trying to like let them.
Oh, that is a good one too.
That's the one I'm talking about with Momo like having the cannons fixed. Because she had the plan to start out with Ida and Shoto. They were going over the plans and making things.
Got it. Okay, that is a good one. Okay, so before we wrap it up, before we say goodbye, out of we're gonna give it a rating. What do you guys think personally? From one being the worst star, 1 star being the worst, to 5 stars being like this is the end all be all movies of movies. What would you rate it? Is that with Johanna?
8.
Okay, we'll give it 8 stars, even though I just said no to that. Okay. CJ, what would you give it?
All right, listen, I'm gonna give it 2 different ratings. Okay, all right.
All right.
As a My Hero fan, I'm gonna rate it a 4 out of 5. All right, and that is my Hero fan rating. As in, like, as a My Hero fan, I love it. As a regular movie fan, I would give it a 3 out of 5. I drop a star because, for the very reason that I love it, like I said earlier, I love it because it feels like it's just part of the show. So that's why I'm downgrading it too. Because if I wasn't into the show, if I didn't watch the show, there'd be stuff that you know what I mean? Like I need other stuff to really grasp it, you know what I mean? And because of that, so I downgraded as like just a regular movie fan, but it's still an enjoyable watch, you know?
Okay, so we have 8 out of 5, 3 and 4 out of 5. I'm gonna give it myself 4 out of 5. Not for, again, like you said, mostly because of the My Hero fan, like the movie stuff. I'm like, I can justify like this is and it's a Japanese thing, it's an anime thing where like if you don't follow it, you don't know what's happening for the most part. But I felt like I could go in here and understand what's happening without, without having to be lost. Because it is also very Japanese. They give you a huge recap in exposition dialogue. I'm like, okay. But I overall thought, and also because I cried, and that's always gives a star for me. Crying, yeah, automatic star.
I'll add a star for that too. I'm gonna throw you right down.
So the FTC official star rating is Johanna,
3.078.
and there you go. That is our first official Frack The Canon rating ever. Special episode, even in the US version or the Latam version. First rating ever. FTC. One more time.
3.078 out of 5.
Alrighty. We'll round it down to 3.
Technically, will be rounded to 3.1, so 310.
We're still a 3. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you same fracking time, same fracking channel. Frack off.